Hello, this is Sigma Ronin, and I wrote a blog post recently about the importance of money, and today I wanted to do a video on what major to choose, what career to choose when you're entering college, when you're coming right out of high school, you're 18 years of age, and you're wondering what to do with your life. So I'm 28 years old, and I can tell you with some experience what not to do and what to do. So let's start out with what not to do. Do not major in the humanities. Now, some of you may be thinking, okay, why is he saying that? Because I actually major in the humanities. I majored in philosophy and English literature because I love those subjects. I went on passion, what my heart told me. And this seems like a very noble thing, but in the day and age we live in, it's a very stupid thing. It's a very idealistic, romantic notion that has no bearing on reality because the marketplace doesn't give a damn about philosophy, history, art, and all the other humanities. The modern marketplace, since we live in a technological society, the things that have value today are science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and things of that nature. Any career that furthers the technological infrastructure which upholds our civilization. I'm talking especially about the West and maybe some parts of Asia. But in the modern world, anything that's related to technology and science and engineering, you will do well to major in those fields. But if you major in the humanities, you are in for a world of pain. Because when you come out, very few companies and corporations and other places are interested in what you have to offer. Now realize that I don't have anything against the humanities per se. In other words, I actually love philosophy. I love literature. I love history. I love art. I think the humanities are actually very important. In order to be complete, well-rounded men, we have to understand the world of the human that surrounds us. So I myself find humanities to be thoroughly interesting and liberating in some way. But when you're entering college, remember that you're paying for it, especially if you're in America. Maybe if you're in Europe, not so much, but if you're in the United States of America, you are paying for your education. Either your parents are helping you out, or you're getting loans, which is going to saddle you with debt for the next few decades. So you're paying a lot of money for your education. You better damn well make sure that you get something in return. In other words, if you're paying to study philosophy, you're pretty much wasting your money because it is highly unlikely that you won't get it back. At least in the marketplace we have nowadays, because your major has no economic value. There's no demand for it. So instead of following your heart when you go to college, it is preferable that you follow your head, your brain. You have to be kind of cold and calculating and say, okay, well, which one amongst these majors is going to give me uh, the highest reward in monetary terms, right? You have to do like kind of a cost benefit analysis. So I'm going to pay X amount of money in loans and from my parents, and what benefit is this going to give me in the long run? So let's say you're going into engineering. Look at the salaries, the average salaries in engineering in your field of engineering, and figure out how much you're going to pay during those 4 years and what you're going to get out in the future. Is it worth it to major in that field? So right out, don't go for the humanities. If you're interested in the humanities, what you can do, instead of giving up on them, in your free time, go to the library, go to a bookstore, and get books on those subjects. You're interested in philosophy, read Plato and Aristotle. You're interested in art, pick up a book on art. Paint if you want. You're interested in literature, read Shakespeare. You will actually be better off this way by doing your own personal research in the humanities than by actually going to classes. Because nowadays, a lot of the universities, especially in America, are essentially dominated by professors who are of a left wing. Not all of them are left wingers, but a lot of them have a left wing inclination. So a lot of the teaching you're gonna get is gonna come through a left wing Marxist interpretation of those texts. So you're actually better off reading by yourself uh, thinking critically on your own without anybody directing you, and going back to the major texts of our civilization, right? Instead of reading secondhand texts about Plato or secondhand texts about Shakespeare, you go and read the source, and you make up your own mind about it, or you can discuss it with your friends who may have a interest in the humanities. So don't give up on the humanities if you love them, but just do it on your own free time and get books from the library. It's free. The humanities are free to explore. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to pay anything. They should enrich you. They should make you a better human without having to open up your wallet. So don't major in the humanities. Instead, go for a major in science, technology, engineering, or mathematics, or learn a trade. Go to a vocational school and learn, welding or plumbing, or be a mechanic, something that is of use to our world. Right? People need things repaired. They need things in their house repaired. They need their vehicles repaired. Uh, Trades are so useful nowadays. A lot of people look down on blue collar workers and blue collar work, but if you think about it, blue collar work is the foundation of our civilization. Without construction workers, without plumbers, without mechanics, without the people who keep things running, our society would implode. So don't look down on trades. Actually, they're actually very noble things to do, and they're also very physical. It's not just intellectual work. You'll be moving your body, which will keep you healthy, and it will be psychologically and physically rewarding in a way that academic work is not. Now, what if you have already majored in the humanities? Um, well, you have screwed up like I did. I screwed up too, so I majored in the humanities, so I sympathize with you. Uh, you are gonna have problems finding a job. You are going to be kind of an outcast in the marketplace. People are going to consider you a loser if that annoys you, but that's how it's going to be. It's not going to be pretty. That's why I'm warning. That's why I'm doing this video, because I don't want you to make the mistake that I made. Okay, I'm like a warning to the world. Don't do what I did. So don't major in the humanities. But if you already have, here's what you can do. Again, you can either learn a trade. It's never too late. It's never too late to learn a trade. Even if you're 28 or 30, or even you're over 30, you can learn welding. You can go to shop class and learn, carpentry, plumbing. It's not only gonna make you money. It's gonna make you useful to the community, and you are going to feel useful yourself. You're gonna feel like, man, I can fix things up. So you are going to become a resourceful member of society, and you're going to be appreciated for it, and you're going to feel good about yourself. So go to a vocational school, or ask somebody you know to teach you a trade. Another option is you can start an online business. I majored in English literature, so if you're an English literature major, you probably know how to write very well. Well, use that skill of writing, leverage the skill of writing to create online streams of income. You can either be a freelancer, write articles and write essays and write ebooks for other people. You can translate if you're good at that. You can edit and proofread papers. There are many options. I mean, as an online marketer, one of the major ways of making money is by creating content. Somebody has to write that content. So you English literature majors, you have an open field in the online marketing world to leverage your skill of writing, your love of writing, and to write for other people. Now, if you don't want to write for other people, you can also do your own ebooks and sell them online on Amazon Kindle or Barnes and Noble or other places. You can write nonfiction, or you can write fiction. There are a lot of Kindle authors who are making a living by writing science fiction or fantasy, or whatever kind of fiction you're interested in. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard work. There's no easy way in life, but you can leverage that ability to write good English and to write good stories and make a living from it. So start an online business. Either you can be a freelancer, or you can have your own website, or you can write your own ebooks. I'll be putting out books on this subject because I know a bit about this, and but realize that it's not going to be easy. Okay, it's going to be hard, and sometimes you may have to do a job on the side to support yourself. So those are two major ways to make it as a humanities major in the modern world. You can learn a trade, become useful, or you can do something online, or you can do both. Right? You can do both. Um, it's a bit. I mean, some of you may want to go back to college and do engineering or something, but that may be too late for some of you. So be realistic and ask for help. Ask other people who are employed for help. You know, hey man, I major in philosophy. Could you please help me out? Find something useful. Do something useful in my life. I mean, you can even, uh, you know, nowadays there are newspaper advertisements where you can say, "Look, I will take out your dogs. I'll take care of your kids. I will mow the lawn." Don't take your ego, leave your ego at the door. We live in times where any kind of work is to be appreciated. So make yourself useful in some way. So talking about usefulness and worth, I'm gonna recommend that you read a book by Aaron Clarey, who's an economist. He has his own YouTube channel, and he wrote a book called Worthless, and it's on Amazon, and he knows what he's talking about, much more than I do. I'm just telling you my own personal experience. I'm just warning you not to go into the humanities, but he gives a more economic, reality-based argument, and yeah, it's a book you can buy on Amazon and read it, and especially if you're going to college, or if you know somebody who's going to go to college, show them this book, and tell them, hey, pick your major with your brain, not with your heart. Okay, it has to make economic sense. And yeah, so pick up that book. I think it will help you. Be careful. Don't just go with your passion, because the times we're living in are very tough, and you really have to think about whether your choices make economic sense. I'm not saying you should become a materialist or a consumerist or sell your soul to the devil of money or whatever. No, you just have to look out for your own survival and your own well-being. And in this day and age, it behooves you to major in science, technology, engineering, or maths. And it is a very stupid choice to major in the humanities. You're really gonna suffer a lot. And I mean, I have suffered for that choice a lot, and I'm still suffering a bit, less than a couple of years ago. But I'm telling you, it's not pretty. It is not nice. Okay, you may think you're a rebel. You're going against the system. You're majoring in the humanities. You're not giving in to the capitalistic, technocratic society. Blah blah blah. Believe me, you're going to be in a world of pain when you leave university and you try to enter the real world, and you realize that companies and other employers do not give a damn about your humanities major. You're going to be in a world of pain, I'm telling you. And I don't want you to be in that pain. Right? As I said before, the first pillar of masculinity is to get your money situation straightened out. And if you want to have an advantage over other guys, get it sorted out when you enter college by picking the right major that is going to make you some money. You don't have to become a millionaire, but at least have a freaking roof over your over your head. Okay? So I hope this helped you. I hope this is a good warning to the world to avoid certain majors and go after the ones that will reap benefits for you in the long run. Take care. Goodbye. Sigma Ronin signing out.